Alright, let's do this. Please don't electrocute me. Oh, yes. Oh, God. My exhaust sounds better. Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to another video. So for those of you who didn't know what I was doing earlier, I was cleaning my battery terminals because I've been having some electrical problems with my car lately. So in order to do that, I had to loosen some nuts and bolts so I could get like the actual like terminal like clamp off. And there's like no way to get my positive side off, so I got my negative side off. And as long as I wasn't touching any like metal, I should have been good. There's a little spark, but that little spark, that kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, whoa. So if you're new to motorcycles, you might hear something coming out of people's mouths who ride motorcycles where you're just like, what? You know, there's some terms that we use, some lingo that you know, some of it's most people already know, like they just hear it. Some people haven't. So I made a list of about 10 things that we typically use, and I typically use on a not daily basis, but pretty frequently. So you got a one piece and a two piece. Pretty much just think of it as like a bikini. So a one piece is pretty much like a onesie. You just step in it, pull it up, and zip it up. Me, I like wearing two pieces better, where it's individually pants and a jacket. Now a century is how long? 100 years. What could possibly a century mean on a bike? Well, a century on a bike means that you hit 100 miles an hour. So pretty much, if you go 100 miles an hour, you'd be like, yo dude, I just pulled a century. Now if you've ever seen someone riding without a helmet, and you're like, or any gear on, pretty much known as a squid. There's also other names that people use for them. We call them pancake, because, you know, if they end up on the side of the road, they're gonna pretty much look like a pancake. Now, pretty much what a lot of people call them is organ donors. Because as soon as you fall off your bike without any gear on at, let's say, 60, 70 miles an hour, unless you flawlessly fall down, you're pretty much gonna be dead, if not seriously injured. Pretty much you have two types of crashes that people have. It's called a high side or a low side. A low side is where if I was going around that corner and I was to fall down, but I fell like on my left side, so the bike would kind of be going towards the outside curve of the turn, you know, where like I'm falling with my bike like almost underneath it. Like let's say my left leg was still like underneath the bike, or like I was following it. That's what a low side is. Now a high side is the opposite. Let's say you were going around that same left curve, tried to overcorrect it, come back up, and that bike just kept on going up, and you get thrown off like over the curve. So like if I was making like this slight left curve up here, it would be, my bike would be on the road still, and I would be on the right side of the bike. So that's what a high side is. It's pretty much when your bike flicks you off. And then another term when it comes to almost crashes, if you want to think about it, is a term called laying it down. You pretty much lay your bike down. It's pretty much what it says. You put your bike down yourself to kind of get yourself out of getting into a worser incident. So like let's say you were flying towards an 18-wheeler. Like let's say I was coming this way and the 18-wheeler was kind of coming across like diagonally, and if I was to stay on the bike, I would for sure hit it. So I would like fall off the bike, letting the bike continue on its course, maybe hitting that 18-wheeler or whatever. But in the end, I'm still a lot safer than as if I would have held on. Another term that I've heard a lot, pretty much if not every day, is called blipping the throttle. You know, when you're shifting down, let's say from second gear to first gear, if you're in like a residential area like this. Now you say I'm at 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs right now, alright? So if I shift down to first, my RPMs would go way up, because in a lower gear, I would have to go at a higher rotation rate to get the same speed. So what blipping the throttle does is, if you've ever, you know, pushed the gas on a car when you were neutral or anything, and you rev the engine, that's what you're doing, is you're making the RPMs go up. So pretty much what blipping the throttle is when you shift down and those RPMs go up, what you do is you match the engine with it. It just makes it more fluid, honestly. My two favorite, cage and cagers. So you're like, what's a cage? Well, if you think about it, think of a motorcycle as being free. A cage is a car, a van, truck, anything that like you're sitting inside when you're moving. Any kind of automobile that isn't a motorcycle, pretty much. And that comes to cagers. Well, who's a cager? Well, by asking who, I pretty much just answered that question for you. A cager is anyone who is in that automobile. So like the guy right in front of me driving, we'd call him a cager. If you've heard pretty frequent lingo or just any kind of term that motorcyclists use that you thought was pretty funny, or just like you'd like to share, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. You know, like I'd like to know some more. You know, I've been riding for about a year and a half. I know a little more than I shared in this video, but I just thought these would probably be the best to share. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that like button. That lets me know that you like what I'm doing, which means I can put out more content that you like. You know, that's your way of telling me what you want up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, peace out.